Hey guys, nice to see you all again. It's been some time since I've done an update, so I thought it would be a good opportunity now to do that as I go for my morning walk. Currently in Brisbane, walking in Tenerife to be exact. It's a lovely spot out here. I love to walk out here, so I'm very fortunate to be doing that on a Tuesday morning. Taking a few days off from my normal activities, just because I need to invest a little bit of self-care. So yeah, I thought while I'm walking here now, it could be a good opportunity to be able to say a quick hello and give everyone a proper update. So if you've been tuning into this spasmodic, well, probably spasmodic's not the right word to be using, but you know, the occasional short update I've uploaded of recent. I am back in Australia. Both Annalisa and I, we've been back since around the end of March, early April, and we've just been trying to, I guess, find our feet here, which is for us has been proven to be quite difficult. So right now we're kind of trying to work out what the next step is for us. It's been quite a challenging 6 months or so back here, and not really too sure just now where we'll be ending up, you know, at least in the short term. Yeah. So the current situation that we find ourselves in is we have to make a decision as to whether we stay in Australia or we live abroad for at least the next 12 or so months. And when I say live abroad, that would be us relocating back to the Philippines for a longer period of time. So the reason we find ourselves in that position really is financially. It's an extremely expensive process. Sorry guys, extremely expensive process to successfully apply for permanent residency in Australia, and I understand the reasons for that, and it does make sense to me. But if for us, it may be a situation where it's a little bit out of our reach at the moment, which may place us in a situation where we may need to leave Australia for a little while until the resourcing comes. Now, with all that being said, I don't know if that's even really a viable option as well. So obviously cost of living in the Philippines is a lot lower than Australia, but it also means too, well, the limitations are that even if I was able to obtain a visa that allowed me to work in the Philippines, which is something that's yet to be investigated, I guess firstly, how much would that cost to obtain? Number two, what sort of income, what sort of income is likely possible for a foreigner to be earning in that market? And three, would it be enough to sustain any sort of quality of life anyway? Now comparing that to the current situation here in Australia, where Annalisa can't work here because she's here on a tourist visa, so all the financial responsibility falls on me. and at the moment I'm working a 7-day week in order for us to just hold financially, and that's crazy, being that, you know, at the moment with the cost of living in Australia, someone who's working as much as I am can only make enough income to hold a couple, you know, living not living poor life, but not living an exuberant one either. So yeah, it's a bit of a, I don't know, it's not an easy decision, but it's certainly one that we're currently we're currently considering. Also, there's the next question, that if the decision was made to live in the Philippines and work in the Philippines, on top of the living expenses that would be associated with living in a country like that, would there be enough to be able to put aside for the permanent residency visa to stay in Australia? And that's another big question, because in order for us to obtain that visa, it's been estimated at about 15,000 Australian dollars at the moment for that process. Yes, there could be some saving on that if we didn't engage an immigration agent, but all the advice that we've received is that it's not worth the risk of doing it ourselves and the potential additional cost of errors that would likely make, being that we're not subject matter experts in the process. So $15,000, working with that estimate, looking at the average income in the Philippines for I would say a mid-management sort of role, so not a level entry, but sort of mid-management, which is kind of what I expect to walk into, that kind of job. You're looking only between 30 to 50,000 pesos a month, Filipino pesos, which is equivalent to about, well, working on the maximum of say 50,000, you're looking at maybe close to $1,500 Australian a month, which doesn't leave a lot. These jobs in the Philippines that are offering that kind of remuneration, they're only generally offered in the cities, so in Manila Central or in Cebu Central, the cities, where average price for accommodation would be about what the monthly earning would be at that level, which is crazy. Which I guess makes sense when you see the quality of life that most Filipinos live, even though they may be considered professionally successful in their fields. Life is very, very hard over there for many. So again, it adds to the question: would it actually be a viable option to live and work in the Philippines for a season and then apply for that visa whilst working and living in the Philippines? So yeah, I don't know the answers yet, and I guess, you know, me talking it out and explaining it like this might help with that processing, I don't know. But look, if anyone of my watchers has any sort of feedback they'd be willing to share, it would be appreciated. You know, we've got a bit of time yet to decide. But you know, it's hard too, because there's not many people in my circle that understands, that has a try to say the situation that we find ourselves in. So it's really hard to get any sort of sound advice, I guess. So yeah, if you feel as though you'd like to contribute to the discussion, or to the thought anyway, please do that. I'd really appreciate it. You know, the thought of living abroad, it's nice, but you know, it's about making good decisions, you know. And I know the other option to consider is work hard now, save a little bit, and you can live over there relatively cheaply, which is an option as well, I guess. But there's always those things that happen that you don't plan for, and the last thing I want to do is put all our eggs in one basket and not have a sound solution to fall back on. Alright, well, I'm coming up to the end of my walk now, so I should probably sign off. But look, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your patience there as well. I will endeavour to start uploading more content on a more regular basis. But for now, this is where we're at. Please leave your ideas. Please comment below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video. Do the usual stuff. I mean, look, it could even be a situation where if we can get enough traffic on this YouTube channel, you know, we may be able to monetize it, and it could be a potential revenue stream for us to be able to live abroad. I mean, God only knows. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much, and look, I look forward to updating you all again soon. Okay, goodbye for now.